I was the first who, in order to understand the ancient, still rich and even superabundant Hellenic instinct, took that marvelous phenomenon, which bears the name of Dionysus, seriously. It can be explained only as a manifestation of excessive energy. For it is only in the Dionysian mysteries, in the psychology of the Dionysian state, that the fundamental fact of the Hellenic instinct, its will to life, is expressed. What did the Hellene secure himself with these mysteries? Eternal life, the eternal recurrence of life, the future promised and hallowed in the past, the triumphant yea to life despite death and change. Real life conceived as the collective prolongation of life through procreation, through the mysteries of sexuality. To the Greeks, the symbol of sex was the most venerated of symbols, the truly deep significance of all the piety of antiquity. All the details of the act of procreation, pregnancy and birth gave rise to the loftiest and most solemn feelings. In the doctrine of the mysteries, pain was pronounced holy. The pains of childbirth sanctify pain in general. All becoming and all growth, everything that guarantees the future involves pain. In order that there may be eternal joy in creating, in order that the will to life may say yea to itself in all eternity, the pains of childbirth must also be eternal. All this is what the word Dionysus signifies. I know of no higher symbolism than this Greek symbolism, this symbolism of the Dionysian phenomenon. In it, the profoundest instinct of life, the instinct that guarantees the future of life and life eternal, is understood religiously. The road to life itself, procreation, is pronounced holy. It was only Christianity which, with its fundamental resentment against life, made something impure out of sexuality. It flung filth at the very basis, the very first condition of our life. The psychology of the orgy as the feeling of a superabundance of vitality and strength, within which even pain acts as a stimulus, gave me the key to the concept of the tragic, which has been misunderstood not only by Aristotle, but also even more by our pessimists. The saying of yea to life, including even its most strange and most terrible problems, the will to life, rejoicing over its own inexhaustibleness in the sacrifice of its highest types. This is what I called Dionysian. This is what I divined as the bridge to the psychology of the tragic poet. Not in order to escape from terror and pity, not to purify oneself of a dangerous passion by discharging it with vehemence. This is how Aristotle understood it. But to be far beyond terror and pity, and to experience the eternal joy of becoming. That joy which also involves the lust of destruction. We should ascertain whether the typically religious man is a decadent phenomenon. The great innovators are always morbid and epileptic. But do not let us forget to include that type of the religious man who is pagan. Is the pagan cult not a form of gratitude for and affirmation of life? Ought not its most representative type be a deification of life? The type of a well-constituted and ecstatically overflowing spirit. The type of spirit which absorbs the contradictions and problems of existence and which solves them. Dionysus versus Christ. Here you have the contrast. Readers will guess that the problem concerns the meaning of suffering, whether a Christian or a tragic meaning be given to it. In the first case, it is the road to a holy mode of existence. In the second case, existence itself is regarded as sufficiently holy to justify an enormous amount of suffering. The tragic man says, yea, even to the most excruciating suffering. He is sufficiently strong, rich, and capable of deifying to be able to do this. The Christian denies even the happy lots on earth. He is weak, poor, and disinherited enough to suffer from life in any form. God on the cross is a curse upon life, a signpost directing people to deliver themselves from it. Dionysus cut into pieces is a promise of life. It will be forever born anew and rise afresh from destruction. The passions which say yes, happiness, health, the love of the sexes, hostility and war, reverence, beautiful attitudes, manners, strong will, the discipline of lofty spirituality, the will to power, and gratitude to the earth and to life. All that is rich, and that refreshes, gilds, immortalizes, and deifies life. The whole power of the virtues that glorify. We many or few who once more dare to live in a world purged of morality, we pagans in faith, We are probably also the first to understand what a pagan faith is. To have to imagine higher creatures than man, but to imagine them beyond good and evil. To be compelled to consider all higher existence as also being immoral. We believe in Olympus, and not in the crucified.
Oh,